Hi there, it's Lucy Clark from Mind Food. It's quite gusty, so bear with me if I get blown away. um, so just to recap, this week is Mental Health Awareness Week, and this year's theme is kindness. And I'll share the Mental Health Foundation's lovely little film, Kindness Matters, after this. And in actual fact, kindness really ties in well with the last of our 5 ways to well-being chats this week, which is about giving. And we should all know that helping others is the right thing to do. But do you know just how much good being good to others is doing for your own well-being? It's a great news story. There's been quite a lot of research just to show how good it can be for you and how much it stimulates particular parts of your brain that are conducive to improving your well-being. And also researchers are able to show that there's quite a lot of chemical activity that's associated with giving. So sorry, just getting blown away again. Chemical activity. So for example, giving gestures are associated with boosting levels of serotonin, which is your mood mediating chemical, dopamine, which is your feel good chemical, and also oxytocin, which is all about compassion and bonding. And this is why giving is so important if you're feeling a bit low. Small acts of kindness are really good for boosting feelings of self-worth, not least of all because they're showing you that you've still got something to give. And it can be difficult to know where to start. I guess to many people's mind, giving might be about making a donation to a good cause or a charity. But actually, the most immediate effects on your well-being are when you're giving on a more personal and immediate level, and that doesn't have to cost a thing. So a good place to start for your well-being is to buddy up with some of the other 5 ways to well-being. So you could combine learning and being active. So you could have a little read up on local causes in your area and find out ways to give locally. So you could get involved with a community garden or a school garden, or you could eventually come and join us at Mind Food. You might want to look at volunteering with a conservation group. People like the conservation volunteers have groups called Green Gym, and they look after local nature reserves and parks. Or you could join a local litter picking group and discover the joys of plogging. And it's really catching on, I tell you, look it up. And if you're struggling with your energy levels and stamina levels, you might want to start in a slightly gentler way. You could take notice and connect. So you could look out for somebody near you, somebody who needs a bit of a boost or some support. You could offer up a smile or a wave to a neighbour. You could call somebody who might need a listening ear or might just be glad to hear from you. You could give up your seat on the bus, or you could let somebody go in front of you at the shops. The word that springs to mind for me with all of this is the word magnanimous. And at the heart of the word magnanimous, it comes from the Latin, which is great mind or great soul, which I think is why wouldn't you aspire to be magnanimous? It's about being the better person. It's about rising above. It's about being big-hearted. And so well worth striving to be magnanimous, I reckon. And one last point is that giving and being kind is about being kind to everybody, and that includes you. So make sure you look after yourself. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself permission to put yourself first if you need to. And treat yourself in ways that are going to be good for your well-being. So you might want to, bear with me. So you might want to make yourself your favourite meal. You might want to watch a film that you love. You could listen to a whole album of your favourite band. You could indulge in a relaxing bath or a lovely walk in nature, or you could treat yourself to double mindfulness practice, and I'll post a couple of links later. Carving out some time to prioritise your own well-being is a really good give indeed. In mental health support terms, a phrase that's often used is that you can't pour from an empty cup. So go on, put yourself first. I think that's a good place to leave it for today. I hope you've enjoyed our chats this week. If you could like us, love us, or follow us wherever you find us. And as ever, if you could share this with somebody you feel could benefit. Thanks a lot. Bye.